Hello and welcome to today's Speaker Series Spotlight. My name is Ruben, Austria.
And I am Brad Crihfield.
Today we have a very special guest, one of our newest members of the Greater Lakewood Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Daniel Hoover. Thank you for being here, Doctor.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Awesome. Well, we're here to learn a lot about you, or all about you. First of all, thank you for joining the community that is the Greater Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. I'm sure you have a lot of value to provide. So tell us about what the business that you're bringing to the chamber.
I'm bringing SOHMA Integrative Health Center.
Okay.
And it stands for School of Healing Martial Arts, SOHMA. We combine Eastern and Western medicine without the use of drugs and surgery. And we incorporate martial arts such as Tai Chi in the rehabilitation that we provide for our patients.
That's amazing.
Very cool. And you also spoke at the Rotary Club last week, so I got to hear a lot about what you did, what you do. And so you're located right on Bellflower and Carson, correct? Or what's
Right.
The
actual street is
Viking
Viking
Way?
Way, but those
Yeah.
are the two major cross streets, yes.
Okay. And so what got you started? So have you always been involved in martial arts?
Since I was 12
Okay.
years old.
So where did you start? Did you do like the Taekwondo route and kind of made your way to Tai Chi, or
There are a couple curves.
were you more like bare knuckle backyard?
Well,
MMA fighter.
bare knuckle started in third grade.
Okay, third grade.
That was,
That's usually when you start. That's a good age.
Yeah. And, just really quick on that, I was really grateful with that experience. I didn't want to fight. This guy just wanted
Oh, you're being
had it out for
serious
me.
now.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
actually,
I
I
can
got in a
tell.
fight in third grade. And my dad has always been the disciplinarian. And I got suspended. My dad comes in. He's like, "Did you throw the first punch?" I was like, "No, Dad, I was just trying to defend myself. I didn't even want to be in a fight." And he said, "So you were defending yourself?" I said, "Yeah." So when I was suspended, he took me to a movie the next day.
Nice.
And so ever since then, I knew it was okay.
Do you remember the movie?
It was The Land Before Time.
Oh,
that's a really good one.
classic. It's hard to
Yeah.
watch if you watch it now. I tried it last week.
Right.
Not an easy watch now.
Really, last week?
Well, yeah. I got a 3-year-old. I mean, it wasn't just me. So that got you started.
Yeah. So Tang Sudo was the first one. Tang Sudo.
Tang Sudo. What is that? What kind of martial arts
I'm not
is that?
exactly sure. I was only in it for about 6 months, and then the instructor had to leave. So they had other instructors come in, and we interviewed them as a class, and we selected Shaolin Kempo.
Okay.
And that's a blend of karate and Shaolin Kung Fu.
Okay.
And I stuck with that for many years. I went through the ranks, and then I found I felt something was missing, and it was the internal game, the chi, the energy, and
Yeah.
that's what got me into the Tai Chi,
Awesome.
or Tai Chi Chuan.
And how long have you been doing that?
Tai Chi Chuan for about 15 years now.
Okay. And that is the martial arts that you incorporate in your practice.
Mostly, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes some Kung Fu.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what does that provide to the patient? Like what do they get out of that?
Well, not just for the patient, but for me, it's fun.
Okay.
Rather than being on a bicycle or doing something to rehab, like spinning the wheels for your shoulder, we can do a blocking system, or it's something unique that is evidence-based. So, for example, we see a lot of veterans who come in through the VA, and they may have post-traumatic stress disorder. Tai Chi helps to calm our nervous system. So it's a great way to calm their nervous system, re-coordinate their balance, and so that's one example.
That's awesome. And where do you provide these classes?
In our Integrative Health Center.
Okay.
We do have classes outside of our SOHMA, and currently we're offering a free Tai Chi class Sunday
Perfect.
mornings at Hartwell Park right by the lake.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And we'll
9:30
link
a.m.
that in the video too.
Okay, cool.
I might have to go check it out. So I have a pretty extensive wrestling background, but I'm getting old. I'm getting beat up, man. I went to practice last night. I Facebook Lived it. Everyone seen me get tossed around. I need to Tai Chi and calm that down a little bit. I swear.
It's a good balance.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did want to add is that for some time you were doing Tai Chi classes at Signal Hill, right?
That's correct,
And it was
yes.
very, 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 very popular. In fact, Dr. Hoover was actually featured on CNN for his Tai Chi classes. And it's just amazing. I just love the fact that, a lot about what you do is bringing the community together, because it was a free Tai Chi class. and it's just proof.
When
in
was
the
that?
pudding.
CNN. When was that?
It aired this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I could send
Could
you a copy
have
of
video?
it.
Yeah, send it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's about a
Great.
minute and a half.
Perfect. I'll
and-
link that to the video
Cool.
below.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great exposure, and it's just proof that you're always providing value to the community, because there's not enough businesses, practitioners doing that. Really, I think a lot of especially in the health space, we have so many problems with health insurance and things going on, and I think the fact that there are people in businesses like yourself that are trying to get the community well, it's props to you, man. Really.
Thank
Well,
you.
I mean,
Thank you.
especially because it's obvious that there's a lot of stress-reducing properties of doing Tai Chi, right? And I think stress is probably the number one thing that kind of, in some way, mentally and physically just breaks us down over time, especially entrepreneurs and business owners. I mean, it's good to have that balance. I had a conversation with a member today about that, it's great that, you work out and you're exerting yourself, but what are you doing for the mental game?
Right.
And I think it's really important.
Yeah, and one thing that I also, I mean, as far as the brand that you're, that you represent, it's real. It's really coming from you, right? I mean, like you said, since third grade, you're bringing this into your business, right? I mean, that's one thing that we see a lot of businesses don't do enough of, and I think, can you talk a little more about that, about how that,
Sure.
your business is kind of you.
It's strange to think of it that way, and that's a good point. SOHMA Integrative Health Center offers many services, all of which I can do under my different licenses. I'm a licensed doctor of chiropractic, licensed acupuncturist. I got my first master's degree in Western herbology, so I combine Western herbology with Eastern herbology, and then the martial arts. So all those things I can do, but I also realize in order to reach more people, it can't just be me. Right, so I've been seeking out and reaching other people who, other doctors of chiropractic, other acupuncturists and martial artists, train them on this integrative approach, so then we can serve more people.
Mm-hmm.
But it does come from within.
Right. I want to highlight what you had mentioned about without drugs or medicine or
Without drugs or surgery.
right. What makes that? How is that? Or what made you decide that'd be? Because obviously, I think there's a lot of big epidemics, especially like the opioid epidemic, painkillers, things like that going on. I think that's totally contradictory to what you're trying to offer. Can you kind of speak a little more about that?
I'm glad you brought that up. So just to be very clear, I'm not anti-drugs or surgery. I just think there's many things that can be done before we get to the drugs and surgery.
Right.
And really, we want, if we use the drugs, only for a short period of time, right? If there's a car accident, there's a lot of pain or something like that, you'll get pain meds, but you don't want them much longer than, maybe several weeks.
Right.
And, the opioid epidemic is huge. Mm-hmm. As of this year, the number one cause of death in the United States for people 50 years and younger is from prescribed medications and drugs.
Yeah.
So I see us as an intervention, an opportunity for people to see that the body truly does heal, and there's ways we can do that. And that's where we come in. We help facilitate the natural healing processes. And fortunately, with my scopes of practice, I'm able to do everything with Eastern and Western medicine except the drugs and the surgery. Mm-hmm. And then if and when something's not working out, we'll work it up the ladder and we'll refer out. We refer out regularly to orthos and neuros and as needed, but most of the time we don't need to.
Yeah. They kind of go hand in hand too, because once you have your surgery, you're much more likely to get on pain pills at some point. And then anytime you get on, an opiate, the odds of you becoming dependent on them go through the roof, as opposed to never even having them. So those really do go hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they are hard to get off of, man. I'll tell you. That was tricky. Felt real good.
Well, and to that point, sometimes it doesn't make sense for us. I was going to say, sometimes they'll recommend not to have surgery. So what do you do if it's too small? A lot of times surgeons will say, well, you're either at a certain age, or if you're not going to be a professional athlete, we don't need to repair this ligament or tendon. Right. So what do you do now?
Yeah.
Call Soma.
Yeah.
Call Soma.
Wait, so does that ever get confusing? Because isn't Soma a pain medication?
It is ironic. Soma also can mean body.
Man, they branded that. Yeah, they branded that pill
so
pretty good.
So we're bringing Soma back to the body, to the innate capacity that our bodies have to heal.
I think that
But that is funny.
Whenever I think of Soma, I think of the Aldous Huxley book, right? Brave New World.
Okay.
I think that was the author. And everybody, it's like, I always compare like the world to that because it's like everybody is, it is the opioid epidemic, but it was Soma that they'd give them. They give everybody Soma all the time to make them happy. And the people that got off of it would like see the light. And it was actually a really great book. We usually don't do book recommendations on this show, but I might have to link that below.
Okay. Well, we love that you're part of the community. Just tell us and tell the audience, who you're looking to connect with, or maybe, who your, perfect client or perfect patient that you want to bring into your practice, and just, share with us.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of different types of patients we see. Like I mentioned, veterans. We see a lot of kids. We have another doctor at SOHMA who specializes in pediatrics, prenatal, pregnant women, infants. I treat infants and children as well with my sports medicine specialty. They get injured all the time. We see a lot of things, but we do really enjoy the impact with the veterans, because, again, there's that epidemic with the drugs, and we found a niche where we're able to help them. I enjoy treating everyone. People that we work well with are athletic trainers. We work with business owners to get their employees what they need. De-stress. Yeah. So we've got two departments to SOHMA. We've got the SOHMA Integrative Health Center where we treat, Eastern and Western medicine without the drugs and surgery. And then there's the Soma Tai Chi, and that's where we provide weekly Tai Chi classes. We have online modules, certification program for Tai Chi instructors, and other classes that we'll do at Soma as well.
How many people are in the weekly Tai Chi class? On
average, there's 50 to 60 students.
Wow.
I know.
And you do it right there at Hartwell?
At Hartwell, right by the lake.
What time?
9:30 in the morning to 10:30. Sunday mornings.
Sunday mornings.
Yes.
Man. Josh, you in? Ruben, you in?
Let's make a field trip.
I see him nodding. But
Yeah.
you're in. No. Just to be aware, this class is designed for beginners. A lot of people are like, well, what if I don't have any experience? It's literally designed, and every class is ran as if no one knows anything, and then work them up. And then we'll break into small learning groups for beginner, intermediate, and advanced.
I know you're saying that because you can feel the chi, my chi, but I'm sure I'm a beginner. I'm 100% sure I'm a beginner.
We're all white belts at something, and I enjoy being in the beginning stage because it just brings the world to life again, seeing the world through a kid's eyes.
Or you get really frustrated and tip over and get mad.
And then you go to Tai Chi class and you feel better,
No, I'm going to check it out.
That's part of the process. That is part of the process.
Be good for my vlog.
All right. Excellent. Well, we really enjoyed having you here, Dr. Hoover, and we're looking forward to having you more, be a part of the community, because I think a lot of business owners can benefit with what you're providing.
And before we go, why don't you let our viewers just kind of know where they could find you? So social media, website, phone number, all that good stuff.
Okay, thank you. So we're SOHMA Integrative Health Center, located at 4195 North Viking Way, Suite F.
You can look at the camera. That's cool.
Fun. And our phone number is 562-420-2112. That's 420-2112. Oh, and our website is SOHMA.org. That's SOHMA.org. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got a Foursquare and probably a couple other things. Facebook is the best way to find us. And if you really love us, check us out on Yelp.
Awesome.
Sweet. Well, again, on behalf of the chamber and myself and even Ruben. Yeah. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Guys, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Speaker Series Spotlight. We will see you again next week.